is a promise that I just ain't gonna keep. Got a world of obligations, but tonight they're buried deep. I've been a son, a lover, a worker, and a friend, playing every single part right up until the bitter end. But tonight I'm lighting up a smoke, and I'm drinking to the fall. This is my last damn amen hanging on the wall. No choir and no preacher, just the truth and gasoline. Yeah, this is my last damn amen, the end of the whole damn scene. I see your face in every cloud of smoke that I exhale. You wanted me to walk the line, but I was born to fail. You wanted a white picket fence, a garden and a home, but all I've ever been is just a rambling weary bone. So tonight I'm lighting up a smoke, and I'm drinking to the fall. This is my last damn amen hanging on the wall. No choir and no preacher, just the truth and gasoline. Yeah, this is my last damn amen, the end of the whole damn scene. This ain't no celebration, ain't no party in the street. It's a quiet little reckoning to a slow and final beat. Each puff of smoke's a memory I'm watching disappear, a final middle finger to a life lived in the clear. Let them talk about my future, let them talk about my soul. They're just words on faded paper from a story getting old. I'm the author of this chapter, and I'm writing the last line. The only piece of this damn world that is truly fully mine. When you got nothing left to lose, that's when you're truly free. The only thing that's stopping you is who you used to be. The boss man keeps on talking, but his words just turn to static. This whole damn life I'm living feels rehearsed and automatic. They want a smiling soldier, a gear inside the wheel, but they never stop to ask me how the grinding really feels. So tonight I'll let the bridges burn, watch the flames lick at the sky. I ain't running from my demons, I'm just looking them in the eye. Pour a little whiskey on the ashes of the past. Yeah, tonight I'll let the bridges burn and make this feeling last. You left your note this morning, said you couldn't take the strain of a man who's always fighting with the thunder and the rain. You wanted picket fences and a love that's safe and sound, but you can't grow pretty roses in this cursed and barren ground. So tonight I'll let the bridges burn, watch watch the flames lick at the sky. I ain't running from my demons, I'm just looking them in the eye. Pour a little whiskey on the ashes of the past. Yeah, tonight I'll let the bridges burn and make this feeling last. They say that payback's coming, that I'll reap the seeds I sow. But I'm tired of planting gardens for a world that lets nothing grow. This ain't a cry for pity, it's a final angry prayer. It's the last breath of a man who's fresh out of hair to care. So I'll sit here on this tailgate underneath a bitter moon and hum a final verse to a dark and lonesome tune. The fire's gonna cleanse it all, the future and the past. And for one damn moment I'll have a peace that's meant to last. Don't call this a surrender, don't you call this a defeat. This is just a man deciding that the bitter can be sweet. Let 'em burn, yeah, let it all burn down, down to the ground. I come out here when the moon gets high with a shovel and a cheap cigar, and I sit right on the edge of your world and I wonder where you are. They tell me you're in a better place, peaceful and serene, but all I see is a patch of grass that's a little too damn green. 'Cause 6 feet ain't that far to go for a love like you and me. It's just a little bit of darkness and some dirt for company. They can call it sacrilege, they can call it a sin, but if you can't come back to my world, I'm gonna find a way in. I talk to you for hours about the weather and the news, and sometimes in the wind I swear I hear you sing the blues. Last night a cold spot settled right beside me on the ground, and I knew it was your spirit hanging silently around. 6 feet ain't that far to go for a love like you and me. It's just a little bit of darkness and some dirt for company. They can call it sacrilege, they can call it a sin, but if you can't come back to my world, I'm gonna find a way in. The sheriff, he stopped by today, said, son, you gotta let her go. Said my nightly conversations were becoming a damn show. But what does he know of a promise, of a vow that's sworn and true, that the only thing worth living for is being next to you? So I brought 2 glasses with me and a bottle of your favorite rye. We're gonna have one final drink beneath this lonely sky. Then I'll start the digging and I won't stop for the cold. 'cause a love like ours is more than just a story to be told. They say I'm going crazy, that my mind is full of rust. But what's more crazy than two souls being separated by some dust? 6 feet ain't that far. No, I'm coming home.
They say you can't take it with you, but they never said you can't go back and visit.
And if hell's only half an acre down the road, I'm coming for you tonight. The dirt is cold and hard packed on the grave where you've been sleeping. And this bottle of cheap whiskey is the only promise I've been keeping. The preacher said to pray for peace, to let your spirit fly, but he never felt the emptiness you left behind that night. And if hell's only half an acre down the road of peace, I'd trade my soul for a talk with you to find a moment's peace. I'd walk right past the pearly gates and knock on the devil's door, 'cause heaven's too damn far away and I can't wait anymore. I went down to the crossroads where the wind don't make a sound, drew a circle in the dust and laid my Bible on the ground. I didn't have to wait too long for a shadow fell on me. Said, son, you know the price of what you're asking to see. And if hell's only half an acre down the road of peace, I trade my soul for a talk with you to find a moment's peace. I'd walk right past the pearly gates and knock on the devil's door, 'cause heaven's too damn far away and I can't wait anymore. He took me to a place that smelled of sulfur and regret, and I saw you at a table with a face I can't forget. But your eyes were cold and empty, and your voice was just a hiss. You said you shouldn't have come here, there ain't no love in this. Now the devil keeps his promise, I see you every night, trapped behind a wall of fire in the pale and flickering light. And I'm the one who's screaming on this side of the divide, 'cause I only wanted heaven, but I'm trapped in hell outside. I thought a minute of your time would be worth the price I paid, but eternity is a long time to live with a bargain badly made. Yeah, heaven's too damn far away, and hell's right. right where I'll stay.
When I said forever, I didn't mean to death do us part. I meant I'm taking a piece of you with me right from the very start. And I ain't asking for forgiveness for the promise that I keep. You thought it was romantic, the way I swore my love on a stack of dusty Bibles with the angry God above. But a promise is a contract, and the ink is blood and bone. And I signed away your future to never be alone. 'Cause I'll love you till I'm nothing but a whisper in the wind, a cautionary tale about a love that's truly sin. I ain't carved it on a tombstone for the righteous to extol. I took a blade of jealousy and put my name on your soul. When another man holds you and he tells you he's the one, you'll feel a sudden winter though you're standing in the sun. That's just me reminding you, a chill right to the core, that his arms are only borrowed 'cause you're mine forevermore. 'Cause I'll love you till I'm nothing but a whisper in the wind, a cautionary tale about a love that's truly sin. I ain't carved it on a tombstone for the righteous to extol. I took a blade of jealousy and put my name on your soul. This ain't no sweet devotion, it's a beautiful disease, the kind that brings a strong man right down to his bended knees. It's a claim, a brand, a property, a truth you can't deny. It's the last thing you'll remember when you lay down to die. So let the seasons turn to dust, let the mountains fall to sand. There's a piece of me inside you that you'll never understand. And when your time is over and your story has been told, I'll be there in the darkness to come and claim my hope. Don't you dare call this heaven, don't you dare call this a gift. It's the anchor that will hold you in a never-ending. My name, yeah, my name on your soul, forever to own, forever.
Put my body in a pine box, baby, and lower me into the ground. But that don't mean my love for you won't still be around. 'Cause I swore I'd love you till my last day, but my last day ain't the end. The preacher talks of heaven, a place of peace and rest, but I ain't looking for salvation
I'm putting love to the test. You can have my old possessions, my truck and my last dime, but you're never getting rid of my claim on your time. I'm gonna love you till my last day, and long after I'm gone, my memory will be the shadow that you can't outrun. When the wind howls in the winter, you'll hear my solemn vow. I'm 6 feet deep and sworn to you, and it's too late to leave me now. You might find another fella, hold his hand and speak his name. You might even try to love him, but it won't ever be the same. 'Cause I'll be in the silence, in the creek upon the floor, the ghost that's standing guard outside your bedroom door. I'm gonna love you till my last day, and long after I'm gone, my memory will be the shadow that you can't outrun. When the wind howls in the winter, you'll hear my solemn vow. I'm 6 feet deep and sworn to you, and it's too late to leave me now. This ain't a threat, darling, it's a promise carved in stone. The kind of love that doesn't know how to leave a soul alone. It's a stubborn, bitter poison, a relentless driving rain. The only thing that's stronger than the pleasure is the pain. So when you're old and silver-haired and your own days are few, you'll feel my spirit waiting to come and collect you. We made a pact with the devil, or maybe it was God, to be tangled up forever underneath this cursed sod. This ain't the kind of love they write the pretty songs about. It's the kind that once it's in your blood, you can't ever get it out. To my last day, and then some, yeah, and then some.
This land don't grow no garden, just thorns and bitter weeds. It's a perfect place to bury all your unwanted seeds. But I ain't no fragile flower, I'm the root that splits the stone. You thought this heart was porcelain, something you could crack and chip, with the careless, cruel words falling from your whiskey-bitten lip. You judged me by my silence, you mistook my calm for weak. You never heard the promises I made myself to keep. 'Cause you can't kill a spirit that was built from bone and grit. Can't burn a soul that's risen from the bottom of the pit. This strength ain't something borrowed, it's the only thing I own. I am the rock you'll break on, 'cause I'm built from bone. Remember that cold winter, you left me in the snow. You told your friends I'd crumble with nowhere left to go. But I learned the wolf's hard lesson, how to hunt and how to bite. And I found 'cause I'm built from bone. You try to make me smaller, try to fit me in a box, put your chains around my future and your key under the rocks. But I gnawed right through the metal I dug out from the dirt, and learned that liberation is a synonym for hurt. So send your storms and furies, send your liars and your thieves. They'll find there's nothing left here that a single one believes. I am the final chapter that you never thought I'd write, the one that tells the story of how darkness makes the light. Every trial, every torment, every lie you ever spun just laid the hard foundation for the woman I've become, built from bone. Yeah, go on and leave me alone. I was built from bone. They tried to bury me in the dust of this forgotten town. Didn't know I was a seed growing up from the ground. Yeah, you can try to break me, but you're gonna learn the truth. I've been knocked down by the righteous and kicked by the redeemed. Lived through every single nightmare that a devil ever dreamed. They took my name and dragged it through the gravel and the mud, but they couldn't take the fire that's running in my blood. 'Cause this heart is made of iron, this will is made of steel. I've forgotten how to break, but I remember how to feel. The anger and the fury, the vengeance in the fight. Go on and do your worst, boy, I'll be standing in the light, unbreakable. You thought that I was fragile, a flower in the wind, a pawn inside your cruel game that you were born to win. You left me in the wilderness, expecting me to die, but I learned the coyote's cunning and the eagle's watchful eye. 'Cause this heart is made of iron, this will is made of steel. I've forgotten how to break, but I remember how to feel. The anger and the fury, the vengeance in the fight. Go on and do your worst, boy, I'll be standing in the light, unbreakable. Every scar you gave me is a medal that I've earned, a lesson in survival from a bridge I had to burn. You can't intimidate a woman who was dancing inside the flames and comes out on the other side, remembering all the names. So let the whispers fly, let the rumors start to spread. They can't hurt a single memory that's living in my head. The truth is my own weapon, and I wield it like a knife. And I'm carving out a future from the wreckage of my life. This ain't a plea for mercy, it's a promise and a threat. The hell you put me through is a debt you haven't paid me yet. Unbreakable, yeah, unbreakable. Try and prove me wrong.
They talk about redemption like it's a prize to be won, but I ain't buying what they're selling till my race is run. 'Cause this path I walk is crooked, and the devil knows my name. I wasn't born a killer, but I learned to be unkind. This world's a place that sharpens you or leaves your soul behind. I've broken bread with liars, and I've shared a drink with thieves, and I learned more about survival than a man who just believes. Don't you waste your breath on saving me. Don't you try to cast a stone. I've made my peace with who I am, and my sins are my own. I don't need your validation, and I don't need your crown. I'll be the one to answer when the sun goes burning down. I've seen your righteous menfolk with their clean and folded hands, whisper in the darkness, breaking all of God's commands. They hide behind a pulpit or a badge made out of tin, but the only real difference is they're scared to let the darkness in. So don't you waste your breath on saving me. Don't you try to cast a stone. I've made my peace with who I am, and my sins are my own. I don't need your validation, and I don't need your crown. I'll be the one to answer when the sun goes burning down. They say that freedom's written in a book of sacred laws, but I found it in the silence, in the breaking of the pause. Out here in the Badlands, where the buzzards circle low, you learn that what you truly own is the seed of what you sow. untie the hangman's knot. I'll look 'em in the eye and give 'em everything I've got. There's no regret within this heart, no sorrow, no despair, just the cold hard satisfaction of a man who didn't care. Maybe hell is waiting, maybe it's just dirt and dust, but either way I lived my life on my own terms of trust. Yeah, my sins are my own, every last one. Every last one.
Preacher man, he warned me about the path I chose to walk. Said it's paved with broken souls and devil's idle talk. But I find my comfort in the darkness, and I don't beg for no light. I was born with a restless spirit and a chip up on my shoulder. Learned to read the lines on the face as I got older. Learned that a handshake ain't a promise and a lawman ain't a friend, and that some roads, once you take them, you follow to the bitter end. 'Cause there are no saints in the shadows, just the choices that we've made. We don't ask for forgiveness for the high price that we paid. We live by our own code, boy, we die by it too. And we don't waste our breath on sorry, 'cause it's not what outlaws do. Seen the good men fall, and I've seen the wicked rise. I've seen the truth get twisted by politicians' lies. So I put my faith in my own hands and the cold hard feel of steel. And the only kind of justice is the kind that you can feel. 'Cause there are no saints in the shadows, just the choices that we've made. We don't ask for forgiveness for the high price that we paid. We live by our own code, boy, we die by it too. And we don't waste our breath on sorry, 'cause it's not what outlaws do. Caught in their snares. So when they write my story in a book of forgotten sins, they'll say I lived a hard life where nobody ever wins. But I'll look the devil in the eye with no regret or shame and tell him I played the hand I was dealt, and I'd do it all again. This world wasn't made for men like me, and that's a fact I
Let the final judgment begin.
I'm a patient woman, I can wait for hell to freeze. But you bring the devil's fire right out of me. And I'm holding on to you like gasoline and a grudge. Call this love a weakness, a flaw in my design. But you come back to my wreckage every single time. You feed upon the chaos, you thrive inside the storm. And I'm the fool who offers you a place to keep you warm. And I hate myself for wanting you, for the bitter, burning truth, that I'd rather have this poison than the promise of my youth. This ain't no sweet forgiveness, and there ain't no gentle judge. Just your heart full of you, honey, like gasoline and a grudge. I heard you in the alley whispering her name. You thought I was asleep, but I was learning how to play your game. You came back to my bed with a scent upon your skin. And that's the point of no return, where the real trouble begins. And I hate myself for wanting you, for the bitter, burning truth, that I'd rather have this poison than the promise of my youth. This ain't no sweet forgiveness, and there ain't no gentle judge. Just a heart full of you, honey, like gasoline and a grudge. My love for you's a sickness, a cancer in my soul. A story about a woman who has lost all self-control. But tonight I feel a healing, a cold and steady hand. I'm about to be the one thing that you'll never understand. So you can run your games, boy. You can tell your little lies, but you won't see the fire till it's reflected in my eyes. This ain't about the heartbreak, it's about the debt you owe. And I'm the one who's finally gonna come and collect you, know. Every lie's a lit match, every sin's a can of fuel. You thought I was was your victim, but I'm breaking all your rules. Gasoline and a grudge. Yeah. Watch it all burn. Midnight, and I'm cleaning my gun, thinking about you and the damage you've done. And I hate myself for loving you, but this ain't a love song. You're rolling like a storm, all smoke and cheap cologne. Tear my world apart and leave me standing all alone. You got a devil's smile and an angel's empty eyes, and I'm the fool who keeps on buying all your pretty lies. I hate myself for loving you, for the way I let you in, for the poison in your kiss and the taste of your sweet sin. This ain't a cry for help, it's a final bitter prayer. Tonight it's just me, this whiskey, and a cold hard chair. I think about that redhead, the one from down in Tucson. You swore she was just a memory, another sad old song. But I found a number scratched into your lighter silver case, and saw the guilt and pleasure written all across your face. I hate myself for loving you, for the way I let you in, for the poison in your kiss and the taste of your sweet sin. This ain't a cry for help, it's a final bitter prayer. Tonight it's just me, this whiskey, and a cold hard chair. Every time you leave, I swear it's for the last damn time. But then you call me whispering, and it feels like a sweet crime. You're a habit I can't break, a fever in my soul, and I'm burning in the wreckage with no one to make me whole. So I'll sit here in the silence with a bottle as my friend, waiting for the sunrise and for this heartache to just end. Maybe I'm just crazy, maybe I'm just weak, but the truth is in the trigger and the words I'll never speak. You think you're gonna break me, that I'll just fade away, but there's a reckoning coming, and hell is gonna have its day.
well of love is poison, but I keep coming back to dream. Is this the devil's due you're paying, making me bleed for what you think? You walk in shadows, darling, but you cast a long dark spell. You talk of heaven, but you drag my heart through hell. You give me just enough kindness to make the poison sweet. Then you pull the rug of mercy right beneath my feet. Is this the price I paid for staying? Is this my final cost? Your words are bullets, baby, and my soul is getting lost. You say you love me, then you treat me like a stranger passing through. So tell me, is this the devil's due? I gotta pay for loving you. I gave you everything I had, the clean parts and the rust. You took the gold and melted it and left me with the dust. You say I'm foolish for believing, for holding on so tight, but you're the one that keeps me standing in the darkness, searching for the light. Is this the price I paid for staying? Is this my final cost? Your words are bullets, baby, and my soul is getting lost. You say you love me, then you treat me like a stranger passing through. So tell me, is this the devil's due? I gotta pay for loving you. This heart's a wanted poster, tattered, torn, and nailed to a wall. And you're the bounty hunter, just waiting for the fall. You load your gun with silence, and you aim it with your eyes. And I'm tired of the slow death that's living in your life. So let the curtain fall, girl, let the final scene be played. A tragedy of a love that your own demons have betrayed. I'm a fool for the ages, a lesson in the dirt, 'cause a man will walk through fire for a woman till he's burnt. There's a cold wind blowing and I see the coming storm. Is this twisted kind of torment all that's left to keep you warm? Just long enough for me to learn to be alone. Then you come back like a phantom, looking for a heart to haunt. You speak in riddles written in the frost upon the glass, whispering forever, knowing nothing's meant to last. You pour the wine of tenderness, then lace it with despair, and you watch me drink it down like you just don't care. Are you just looking for a memory, a story to be told, a fire you can walk away from once the ashes have grown cold? You take what you can carry and you leave what you don't want. Is that all I am to you? Just a heart to home. I've got your faded letters and a ghost of your perfume, lingering like a curse in this lonely silent room. I trace the lines of your face in the pictures on the shelf, and I wonder if you ever get as lonely as myself. Are you just looking for a memory, a story to be told, a fire you can walk away from once the ashes have grown cold? You take what you can carry and you leave what you don't want. Is that all I am to you? Just a heart to home. You say you lost out on the highway, a sinner in the wind, but every road you travel seems to lead right back to sin. And I'm your favorite chapel where you come to kneel and pray, then you walk out in the morning to steal another day. So if you mean to break me, then do it clean and fast. This slow and steady poison was never meant to last. If you're gonna shoot me down, then look me in the eye. Don't leave me here half living and half ready to die. Is there pleasure in the sorrow that you see inside of me? A broken down reflection of what you'll never be. Go on and find another,